Atlantic City, we are getting set for our main event, a good lightweight battle. Sergei Artemeiv and Kenny Baysmore. And Al has a look at the matchup.
Since moving to America 2 years ago from Russia, Sergei Artemeiv has had a steady climb up the lightweight ladder as he toured America. This first-round KO over Tom Kinnett came in Biloxi, Mississippi. Other wins came in Reno, Butte, Montana, Madison, Wisconsin. You get the idea. Well, his biggest win came in Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell. He beat Brian Payton with a good early start and a good finish. Another win like this may make him say, "What a country!" Well, his opponent, Kenny Baysmore, comes from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And this 31-year-old has had his share of boxing good fortune, too. He showed his power in beating Pascual Aranda. And then he would unload the same kind of right hands in beating Ben Lopez out west. He has been nibbling around a lightweight title shot that has never come for him. It always seems to elude this Washington, D.C. banger. But a win tonight might get him that title shot. And in order to do it, he says, I came with a plan.
Well, I'm planning on working off my jab, punching in combination form, moving side to side, slipping his punches, making them work.
And across the way, there's the man he wants to make work, Sergei Artemeiv, 23 years old, from St. Petersburg, Russia.
And he says he doesn't care how long this bout goes, he's ready for it.
I feel and I think it doesn't matter for me 1 round or 10 rounds. I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready for 10 rounds. I'm ready for 15 rounds. And also I'm ready for any opponent.
Sergei Artemeiv, Kenny Baysmore. Here are the introductions from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank Incorporated in association with the undisputed king of beers, Budweiser, presents the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Jerry Gormley, Board members Gary Shaw and Richard Harrison, Deputy Commissioners Lawrence Wallace and R. Yogi Hildner, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Frank B. Doggett, physicians at ringside Dr. Charles Wilson and Dr. Earl Shaw. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Al DeVito, Frank Brunette, and Phil Newman, and the timekeepers are Lindsey Tucker and Earl Curry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Harrah's, Atlantic City, let's get ready to rumble! 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the lightweight division. The referee for this contest is Earl Morton. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim, weighing in at an even 134 pounds. He's now fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, but he's a native of St. Petersburg in the former Soviet Republic of Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, his record 16-1-1, 11 KOs. Introducing Sergei Artemeiv. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with gold trim, weighing 135 3/4 pounds, from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. He brings a professional record of 27 victories with 24 KOs, only 4 defeats and 2 draws. Introducing the technician, Kenny Baysmore.
And the keys to victory.
For Artemiev, got to get off to a quick start. Don't give rounds away, which you did against Payton. For Baysmore, the jab, very important for him. And his right hand, a powerful one, maybe the best Artemiev's seen.
Artemeiv and Tommy Gallagher, his trainer, seemed to have difficulty in communication in that Payton fight. Gallagher wanted him to relax a little bit in the middle rounds, and Artemeiv just took the middle rounds off.
Yeah, what he wanted was to relax for a portion of the round. And Artemiev pretty much took them both off. Very nice matchup, this bout. And you see Artemiev off to the same quick start he was off against Payton.
Throwing and Baysmore covering up.
But what Artemiev better look out for is, when he does that, if Baysmore nails him with the right hand, he's going to be hit with a very good right hand.
Sergei Artemeiv got caught with a quick left by Baysmore. Baysmore was real sharp against Clifford Hicks June the 4th in Atlantic City. Took him out in the second round. Hicks is southpaw. Baysmore wasn't affected by that at all. Both fighters talked about perhaps meeting the winner of the Tracy Spann, Freddie Pendleton lightweight championship bout. That one's coming up in August.
That should be a good one.
Though Tommy Gallagher also mentioned the possibility of Sergei Artemiev taking on champion Joey Gamache. He's the WBA title holder.
A lot of opportunities here. Artemiev started blazing here, and when he couldn't really hurt Baysmore, just settled back in a little bit more into some boxing. Right by Baysmore. That's not the real major league right hand that he has.
And in attendance tonight is the man who's ranked #1 in the WBC in the lightweight division, whose title is vacant. That's Darrell Tyson, who came up from Washington, D.C. to check out this fight.
Seen him before here on Top Rank Boxing. Fine boxing.
Artemiev, nice combination. Still going at it. Baysmore covering, Artemiev banging, and Baysmore trying to tie him up.
He is hurt. Kenny Baysmore was stunned with that right hand.
Time has been called. The mouthpiece came out. Referee Earl Morton calls time. Fans don't like it.
Well, the rule, of course, is you get the view from Artemiev's corner. The rule says that you wait for appropriate time to stop the action. That's probably what the crowd maybe was fooling about.
Good start for Sergei Artemiev.
And Baysmore has been in shootouts. I mean, he's been down before and gotten back up and won, so you should not be misled, even though this is a wonderful start for Artemiev and certainly what he wants. Do not count Kenny Baysmore out or decide that Artemiev definitely has too much firepower for him, although you heard him with that hook.
Yeah. Oh, he punched him when it was down.
And I'm going to tell you, right there, I would take a point away from Artemiev. It's something in boxing they've got to stop. He did it out of exuberance, but they need to take a point away from boxers when they do that. It's very important.
Baysmore still off balance on shaky legs. Once again, he tried to tie up Artemiev. And Artemiev just throwing punches nonstop. Just a barrage of punches all over Baysmore.
Tremendous beginning for Artemiev.
End of round one, Baysmore back into his corner trying to collect himself.
Easy with that water you dragging around up here, all right? Because if you get all over there, somebody will break your butt.
Yeah, I was trying to bring this out, all right? Keep your hands up, keep them hands up, put that jab, and you're waiting too long. You're letting them get off on you. Keep your hands up, and then don't wait. Be first and stand.
I'm going to take a point away.
What did he say? I don't know.
Here is Artemiev now. Now, that's not the bad one. There's the bad one. Now, granted, it was blocked, but I don't care. And I don't know if Earl Morton talked. I heard him say something about possibly taking a point away.
I think he was warning Baysmore.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah. What, for blocking while he's down? Yeah. That's a deduction. I don't care what anyone says. That's a point deduction. Because you don't go after a man when he's down. It's boxing. It's not a street brawl. But they didn't take a point away.
Out for round two.
Which doesn't negate the fact that Sergei Artemiev was excellent in that first round.
Kenny Baysmore was inactive between September of 1990 and April of 1992. In his two fights back, he's fought a total of 4 rounds. This is a very important fight for him if he's to be taken seriously as a contender in the lightweight division.
And there you see Artemiev with that tremendous start. And that's why I talked about the recuperative powers of Baysmore. Great advice to Baysmore in his corner. Be first. Go after Artemiev. Don't let him get started so quickly.
John Sneed, the man with the advice.
A little more movement from Baysmore also now, making himself a little more difficult target. The improvement in Sergei Artemiev has just been remarkable. And give credit a lot of that to Tommy Gallagher, and of course a lot to Artemiev's willingness to work, which Tommy Gallagher readily points out.
Artemiev's first pro fight was in Russia against the mouthpiece of Baysmore has come out.
He's hurt again.
Artemiev banging away. Baysmore trying to cover up. Blood in the mouth of Kenny Baysmore, and again, Artemiev starts throwing punches and doesn't stop until he counts to about 15.
He is just wailing away. Now, Kenny Baysmore better put himself in a position in this bout where he can land a big right hand, or I'm telling you, this one will be over. Because Artemiev is just having his way, and he's hurting him.
Replace it now. Replace it now. Time.
Now Earl Morton has called time, and the mouthpiece is put back into the mouth of Kenny Baysmore. It fell out again.
He takes it right off the mat and puts it in his mouth. I think the idea is to wash it off, guys. The referee took it right off the mat. An erratic beginning for Kenny Baysmore and Earl Morton, too, I might add.
Kenny Baysmore, one-time USBA junior lightweight champion.
Now, I'll tell you what's being given to Kenny Baysmore is the left hook. He's not by nature a left hooker, but the left hook is there for him to land, so he better start using it and taking advantage of it. That's all Artemiev is giving him, and look at Baysmore, the veteran, going for it.
Both boxers missing.
Sergei Artemiev is doing a great job of taking away Baysmore's right hand. He's keeping his right hand very high and not leaving his jab out there.
Kenny Baysmore has not landed many punches in this second round. Final seconds of round 2. Kenny Baysmore heading back into his corner. It's been a rough start. Good one for Sergei Artemiev. We're in the corner of Sergei Artemiev.
How do you feel? All right. Back him up with the jab, right hand. Back him up with the jab, right hand.
Great advice by Tommy Gallagher, and here's an example. A lead right that hurts Baysmore in the last round. That's the second time in this round, in this bout, that Baysmore's been hurt badly. At 31 years old, Kenny Baysmore knows this is perhaps his last big opportunity to stay in contention in the lightweight division.
Round 3 scheduled for 10. Sergei Artemiev's only loss was a 6-round decision back in July of 1990 to Bobby Brewer in Butte, Montana. And the feeling on the Artemiev camp is that it was a hometown decision for Brewer.
Big edge for Artemiev in the first couple of rounds, and on top of that, there was a knockdown thrown in. There's the hook getting in by Baysmore. He just can't land that right hand effectively.
Al, that wasn't a knockdown. That was a slip in the first round.
It was not called a knockdown.
It was not called a knockdown. That was a slip.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
Baysmore trying to get busier.
All the more reason to deduct the points from Artemiev for trying to hit him when he's laying flat on the mat.
Good work by Artemiev. Every time Baysmore leans in, Artemiev flurries and forces him back.
Now there's Baysmore with the hook downstairs to the body. Artemiev's doing a pretty good defensive job, taking away what Baysmore wants to hit him with. Baysmore's lunging a lot too now.
Baysmore starting to land a few more punches, but now Artemiev comes right back.
Sergei Artemiev, a very good combination puncher. That's a trademark of a lot of Tommy Gallagher's. You know what? I got to tell you something. You know what Earl Morton does as a referee that I think is distressing? He really manhandles the boxers a lot. I know I'm beating on Earl Morton tonight, but you know what? He's not having a good performance tonight. He missed badly the point to be deducted, and his behavior with the boxers in there is very aggressive and very erratic. They shouldn't have to worry about that. See, now Artemiev's pushing down. A warning should go to Artemiev for pushing Baysmore down, but it doesn't. Very inconsistent with his warnings and his admonishments to the boxer. There's the right by Baysmore. That's what he wants.
It's been a better round for Baysmore. I don't know if he's won this round, but he's certainly fighting a lot better.
Sergei still with the combination. Boy, he's a good combination puncher.
Here comes the bell ending round 3. Artemiev comes out for round 4, the scheduled 10-rounder. The game plan is to work the body in this 4th round. Let's see if he does it. Numbers a little closer.
Baysmore had a little bit better round, as you mentioned, Sam, but not necessarily enough to win this match. The reason Baysmore's right isn't getting there is Artemiev is not leaving his left hand out there so he can counter over it. And when he isn't jabbing, Artemiev's keeping his hands very high.
Sergei Artemiev has a brother, Alex, who fights at 130 pounds, has been injured. He'll be getting back into the ring in about a month. And Morton,
look at
with
that
a push. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. He did that to Artemiev before, pushed him into the corner when he went to wash off the mouthpiece.
It is completely inappropriate. It's like he's mad at the boxer. He's not supposed to be mad at anybody in there. Earl Morton's made himself a part of this bout when he shouldn't have, and he's not been a part of the bout when he should have. We don't like to sit here and criticize officials. I don't even like to sit here and criticize boxers at all. But sometimes, when they execute appropriate, they have the good combinations by Artemiev.
This one, it seems like he's not doing much. He'll flurry.
Yeah, and the hand speed is excellent by Artemiev. That's one thing. There's the right now, the right hand by Baysmore
scoring, and Artemiev had to back off.
See, Baysmore has power in that right, more power than he saw from Brian Page.
There's another one.
For the first time, Artemiev's in him against a major league lightweight puncher. When I say lightweight, I mean the division, obviously.
Baysmore landing. Now Artemiev goes on the attack.
Baysmore's keeping his hands low, and Artemiev taking advantage. He stunned him again. But Baysmore, the reason his hands are low is he's taking more chances now. You know what else Earl Morton does? He takes his hand, he puts it in the throat of the boxer, of Kenny Baysmore, and pushes him back. It's bizarre behavior by a referee. You don't put your hand on a guy's throat.
Right hand, a good right hand by Baysmore scores. And Artemiev has been backed up. Baysmore coming on, a chopping left hook got in there. Baysmore mixing it up better, getting that right hand off.
I don't know when Kenny Baysemore's been in an unexciting bout, and this is another one. Artemiev, though, with 3 good left hooks, and he may have stunned Baysmore again. Wow, this is a shootout.
Artemiev opening up, trying to finish strong. Close round, tough one to call. Good right hand again by Baysmore. He's landed a lot of them. End of round 4.
Baysmore was able to land a lot of right hands. These weren't hugely powerful right hands, but they did land hugely powerful. Is there such a phrase in the English language, or have I made one up?
I think you've just coined it.
Will I hear from those grammarians out there?
This is round 5. Last round, Baysmore picking up the pace. Baysmore from a left hook. And he falls over. He's up at 7. He collects himself. He is real shaky. Artemiev looking to close the show. And Baysmore just fell down and tackled Artemiev. Baysmore absolutely no legs, fell down and tackled Artemiev. And they're counting.
What was that? That's not a knockdown now.
That was a tackle.
Oh, man. That's 2 knockdowns.
Right hand scores.
Now, another knockdown in this bout would be over because of an inappropriate decision.
Again, Baysmore grabbing on and spinning Artemiev.
Earl Morton has lost control of this bout, and he's making some serious errors in judgment.
Meanwhile, Baysmore is on his last legs here. That's it. Earl Morton stops it.
I'll tell you what. Excellent performance by Sergei Artemiev. A superb performance, but the man in the white shirt with the bow tie on had a terrible performance. And even though Kenny Baysmore probably would have lost this fight anyway, his demise was hastened by atrocious refereeing tonight. I'm sorry to be so adamant, but it's true.
That is Zalika Moore, the manager of Kenny Baysmore, and she is upset with the stoppage of the fight. but I don't know that it was that bad.
It may not have made a difference, and it may not have been the wrong time to stop the bout. Possibly not. But I don't think. And there's Larry Hazard, the commissioner. He'll be in the center of the eye of the eye of this storm, I should say. That's Dr. Doggett talking to Kenny Baysmore. Here's the first one that really was a knockdown. Tremendous left hook by Sergei Artemeiv, showing you his complete arsenal of punches. He's shown us a good right and all the rest of it. And another angle of that shows you the good form of Artemeiv. He saw what was available to him. No way to overemphasize how much he's improved in the last couple of years, Artemeiv.
Kenny Baysmore got up, staggered around, and then tackled Sergei Artemeiv when he went down. Now watch what happens here.
Here it is. I don't think we're going to see any punch. There's no punches landed. Nothing was landed. Forget about it. If you want to take a point away from Baysmore or warn him, you can do that, although I don't know why you would. Nothing lands. It's called a knockdown, okay? Earl Morton, when he got up, called this a knockdown of Baysmore. Completely and totally inappropriate.
Sergei Artemeiv, happy winner. Let's get the official time from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Earl Morton stops the bout at 1 minute and 9 seconds of the 5th round. The winner by TKO, Sergei Artemeiv.
Sergei Artemeiv, he's putting himself in line for a challenge at the top of the lightweight division. Kenny Baysmore goes out. We'll be right back. Couple of minutes, we're going to take a look back at one of the great action fights. Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. Al with Sergei Artemeiv. Al?
Thank you, Sam. Sergei Artemeiv stepped up in class just as he did against Brian Payton, and you won. Excellent performance. Congratulations. Did he hurt you at all with any of those rights he hit you with?
Yeah, I heard everything. What's that timing?
Okay, so a couple of those rights were pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but a good effort by you.
Thank you very much.
Tommy, Sergei is learning his lessons about as well as anyone can. He's not he's not thought of as a great left hook artist necessarily, but that was a terrific left hook.
He threw a great left hook. He's been working hard, and he deserves a lot of credit, and we hope we get the winner of that, Payton Pennington.
The span
and Pendleton, right.
Now, you finally, here's a report card on what he did.
Every time he just stepped up a little bit of a notch better. We put him in with real good journeyman fighters to let him learn his trade in the ring, and that's what he's doing.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun. Congratulations, Sergei.